Air signs, welcome to your reading. So this is going to be a modified Celtic cross for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, just to clarify. Aquarius wanting to pop out and get attention here with the star card. So air signs, I'm pretty sure I have some Geminis and Libras on the channel. I'm not sure about Aquarius's. However, make sure that you are liking, subscribing. I have decided I'm not going to read for fire signs anymore. They don't really show up. They don't like, they don't subscribe. They do get my view count up quite a bit, but their readings are just so full of trash and drama that it's not worth it for me to read for them. So unless I get some requests, I'm not doing that anymore. So with that said, another thing you can do is you can comment with your specific sign below. If you would like to stay in the rotation, I do like to keep track of who's here. So for example, if I only have Geminis on my channel, then I'll just do a Gemini reading and leave out Libra and Aquarius, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So I want to get things as specific as possible, but this is just the process of figuring that out right now. Water signs and the earth signs are secure with me. They've always shown up from the very beginning, but I'm still kind of figuring out who my fire and air signs are, and for now, fire signs are just on pause. I don't even want to be involved in whatever they have going on. So with that said, thank you for being here. Let's get started. We will pull an oracle at the end. Spirit, what do we have in the heart of the matter for the air signs, please? What's in the heart of the matter? Oh, for the air signs? That's too many cards. We're getting the Hangman, so Pisces energy, Two of Wands, Temperance. I mean, you might be really back and forth or indecisive at this time, or dealing with someone like that. Can I get one card, please, for the heart of the matter? All right, I'll take it. So what we're going to talk about is the Ace of Pentacles and the Innocence of Pentacles. So opportunities, new love potentially. What's the crossing energy? I'll keep my mouth shut for a minute. What's the crossing? Okay, we got on the floor. All right, two cards from the floor. Three of Swords, Knight of Wands. So obviously, yeah, Four of Pentacles. Obviously, some of you might be holding on to something from the past. I feel like these are two different energies. So some sort of breakup, heartache in the past could be holding you back from new opportunities, okay? And that's, you're being called out if that's the case. You obviously dealt with some kind of inconsistent, wishy-washy person. Four of Pentacles. What's under that? Five of Cups. Yeah, exactly. You're holding on to the lost, inconsistent person here. Okay. So what's the foundation? I mean, I think we just covered the foundation, but give me a card for the foundation regardless. What else can you tell me? One card. Perfect. Thank you. The Ace of Swords. Yeah. What's the recent past? What else can you tell me about the recent past? Guys, I had to kind of crawl on the floor. we got the, oh, where did I put it? I don't know. I saw the High Priestess and the Six of Cups falling on the floor. I'm not taking it because it was kind of just a messy explosion, but that could have some relevance too. I think there's some secrets in the past, maybe stuff that is keeping you kind of caught up in some kind of situation. Three of Cups. Well, okay. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Cups, the Tower falling out of the deck, guys. Okay, this is, I'm trying to keep it focused here, but we're having problems. Tell me about the current energy. Okay. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Cups. See, here they come out again. And the near future energy. I am going to clarify as well. I've already decided that. What's in the near future? Thank you. The Tower. Yeah. See, well, we already decided we were going to clarify. And I'm seeing the Death card again. So, and the Devil at the bottom. I mean, what I'm seeing right now, guys, is a lot of blessings waiting to come in for you. We have 3 aces on the table. Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles is in the heart of the matter. The Tower is in the future. We're going to clarify, don't worry. And then we have the 3 of Cups in the past. This feels like a classic, just holding on to the what ifs, holding on to the unknown, and blocking your own blessings, okay? I'm trying to think of something like clever and new to say to you about that, because I've said this so many times before. Like, it doesn't matter what someone did. It doesn't matter why they did it. Just take things at face value, you know? Like, why do you think they did it? Write your own story. Like, write your own closure. Would you have done what they did? Why not? That's all the clarity that you really need, okay? I do feel like some of you are holding on because you want clarity. You want a better understanding. Sometimes there just is none, okay? A lot of people do things that don't make any sense, based on faulty belief systems, based on their own psychological issues that they're never going to fix. I mean, I hate to be pessimistic, but, you know, and it just does not matter. Like, it doesn't have to have anything to do with you, and it probably doesn't. If anything, I think we're often a trigger for people to, like, be better, and instead of doing that, they would rather blow things up, you know, and create victims in their wake, and you just don't need to have anything to do with it. But let's get more information. Tell me about the 3 of Cups in the past. That's what I want to know about first. Justice. Tell me about the heart of the matter, the Ace of Pentacles and the Page, please. The Sun. Yeah, there you go. I like this. Definitely feel like, okay, I'll keep my mouth shut for a sec. No, don't bend my card. I'm seeing the Keeper and the Emperor kind of sliding out here, so this could have something to do with an Aries. Tell me about the Ace of Swords and the Foundation. Thank you. The 3 of Swords. Perfect, actually. And tell me about the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Cups, because this is gorgeous. Five of Wands, 3 of Cups. Well, 4 of Jars at the bottom of the deck. Give me one more on that. The 8 of Wands. All right, tell me about the crossing energy. Tell me, that came fast. 6 of Pentacles, yeah. And what's the Tower? Princess. Some of you guys are finding out information, period. One more for the Tower. The Tower. One more, please. Flying across the room, we have the Emperor. At the bottom of the deck, we have the 4 of Jars again, Ace of Jars, 10 of Jars, 10 of Wands. Well, this changed my perspective a little bit. Let's weed through this. So, sorry, I piled it on here. In the heart of the matter, this is beautiful, okay? This is your opportunity. This is what's on the table. Ace of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. The Sun. So, for some of you, right before I pulled the Sun card, I was kind of feeling like this could have something to do with a child. And then we got the Sun card, which makes me, it kind of confirms that for me. However, we also have the Ace of Swords here. So this could have something to do with the child. I think that regardless of the situation, this feels blessed to me. This feels good to me. And I think that that would be my advice at this moment in the reading, is to take the blessing. Take the blessing, accept the blessing. Don't let it be tainted by the outside energy, because that's what I feel like is going on here to a great extent. I feel like something great is coming out for you in the midst of chaos, kind of, okay? And like I already said, this could also be something different. This could be a job opportunity for some of you, or just clarity, because we have the Ace of Swords. No, that's not the Ace of Swords. We have the Ace of Swords here in the foundation, clarified by the 3 of Swords. Not gonna lie, for some of you, this could have something to do with cheating and a pregnancy, okay? And you could be finding out about it. I don't know which way this goes or where you fit in or whatever, but I do feel like for some of you, you could be finding out that someone else is pregnant, and the, how do I put that? The paternity or maternity might be a surprise, okay? Because we do have the 3 of Cups here twice, and we have the 3 of Swords twice, okay? So in the foundation, we have the Ace of Swords with the 3 of Swords. In the crossing energy, we have the 3 of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and the 6 of Pentacles. So, at a basic level, I feel like someone's indecisiveness here, or their lack of focus, sort of not keeping their eyes on their own paper, right, could be jeopardizing an opportunity. Okay, whether that's you or someone else, this could be the case. I'm sorry, was trying to fix this before the reading. I have like this like dry cuticle going on. Anyway, so yes, I do feel like someone's indecisiveness or someone's lack of stability here, lack of focus, could be an issue. And if this is someone you're dealing with, okay, I feel like telling you to just let them go. Let them go. Ace of Swords, Three of Swords. Just cut out the heartache is what I'm feeling on this. Just cut out the heartache. There are other opportunities here that I feel like are being blocked by focusing on something that's just, you know, never gonna really catch up is what I want to say. And I did see the Eight of Swords and the Four of Wands before I turned on the camera, which immediately gave me like commitment phobic, or like somebody making excuses for why they can't be stable, why they can't commit, why they can't be engaged, why they can't take things to the next step, things like this. So that's what I'm getting off of this, guys. Like, that whatever's happening for you, okay, that feels like clarity, it feels like victory, it feels like just a settled knowing is what I'm kind of feeling in this moment. Like, how do I explain that? It's like that feeling you get, well, I mean, we have the Tower twice, so it's like that feeling you get, it's like it's kind of like an aha moment, I guess, where it's just like calm clarity, where you see kind of like you see everything for what it is, and the spotlight, metaphorically, right? The spotlight shines on where the goodness is in your life. And I want you to sort of put yourself in that moment and focus on the goodness, I guess, is the way I want to put that. Like, that's where you need to be putting your energy. Six of Pentacles. That's where you need to be investing, okay? And I feel like there is, on both sides of this, okay? I feel like the outside energy had a lack of focus, a lack of purpose, a lack of, like, commitment and direction. And I feel like that's sort of like being transposed onto you now, where like there are good things, there are directions for you, and you are aware of them, and you have the opportunity to put your energy and your attention there. But like there's something nagging at you about this. And I know air signs like to know, right? Like there's that mental component to your energy usually, where you overthink and you just kind of can't let it go, right? Like it's like you are challenged, a lot of you, by misunderstanding, right? It's like, no, this can't possibly be beyond my understanding, right? I don't know if I'm like pitching that correctly, but it's like when you can't wrap your mind around something. I mean, I relate to this. I have an Aquarius Venus, okay? So like I relate. So it's like when you encounter those people, those situations where you just feel like mind blown, like what in the world is going on here? Like what in the world caused this? Like when you just can't understand, it's like kind of like a challenge to your ego. And that's exactly, there we go. That's exactly what I want to bring to the table right now, is talking about ego. Like this is just a battle of ego, right? This is just a you versus them, like, challenge of the mind. And the problem is that I think some of you are attaching like emotions and profundity to a situation that just doesn't warrant it, right? This is just like something that is beyond your understanding just because it is, because it should be. You know, it's like being, you know, obsessed with serial killers and wanting to understand the motives of serial killers and things like this. Like, I mean, I'm super into that. I watch a ton of serial killer, like, documentaries and true crime, whatever, all this stuff, right? And it's like, at a certain point, you just have to, like, kind of ask yourself, like, well, what does it say about me that I can't understand a serial killer, for example? Well, honey, you're not a serial killer, right? And hopefully that's not our goal, right? So sometimes, and that's an extreme situation, I know, but sometimes we just have to let it go. We just have to let it go. Like, look, I don't understand, because I'm just not on that level. And that's okay. That's okay. We don't want to be on that level. And that's what I feel is the situation here. You have better things to focus on. You have real things like abundance and happiness and, you know, freedom and healing and healthy things to put your energy towards. And I feel like you're getting a little stuck in the muck, a little tied up in the drama. And I get it. But I also think you just need to kind of like excuse yourself from the table, because this just isn't it. You know, it's just not where you belong. It doesn't, some things don't need to be understood. So in the past, okay, we have Justice and the Three of Cups. I don't know what this is, but I do feel like a lot of back and forth energy here. I don't know, like, I don't know. I feel like this is very similar to the Ace of Swords and the Three of Swords and the Foundation. So I feel like we're just talking about the same thing. I feel like there were more people involved in a situation than there needed to be, right? That, like, secrets were kept and secrets were found out. Now, yes, we're still missing information. We can't wrap our mind around things we don't understand. Double Tower, right? In the future. But, I mean, what I need you to focus on is the Ace of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay? For many of you, I feel like the reason we're so focused on some sort of third party, some sort of conflict, competition situation, is because it's somehow going to reconnect you with something else. Now, this doesn't have to be a person. For some of you, I feel like it could be. Right now, we have, what do we have? We have a Leo in the center. We have Libra in the past. Wheel of Fortune for me is like Sagittarius energy. And we have Aries and Scorpio in the future. So anyway, I do feel like for many of you, there's like a choice here that you can focus on what doesn't make sense. You can focus on solving the mystery, right? Or you can focus on where this has taken you, like the trajectory of your emotions about this situation. I feel like is putting you in touch with a part of yourself that, how do I explain? It's sort of like this situation is a trigger, right? And sometimes we get caught up in, oh, it's sort of like what I was saying at the beginning, right? Like somebody's drama, somebody's messed up choices in life, whatever. Like, yes, sometimes we become the fallout. Sometimes we become the victim of their fucking disaster, right? But it has nothing actually to do with us. And we often take it personally, but it's not. It's not about us. And I feel like this is the same situation that makes sense because we have the Six of Pentacles and the Justice here. So yes, I was trying to figure out how that was relevant. And this is that like same thing for you. I feel like you're getting bogged down in the details and you're focusing on personalities. You're focusing on, you know, the characters who've been playing in this whatever in this drama series, right? And I feel like that is not the focus. I feel like it's like they're like, I don't want to be cold-hearted, but it's like they're non-playing characters, right? It's just like, this is just the scene that had to be set in order for you to be triggered in the direction that you need to be triggered in. This was meant to provoke you to get in touch with parts of yourself that you need for what's next, right? 8 of Wands, 3 of Jars, 5 of Wands. And that's where that ultimately that's where this is coming from as well for me. It's like this conflict, this spell, if you will, of emotions and what have you, this sort of, I'm struggling with my words today, I'm not sure why, but this sort of like spin out was meant to reconnect you spiritually, potentially, to set your trajectory, if I can speak. I hope that's making sense, okay? And I'm trying, I mean, I can think of some concrete examples to give you, like from my life, but the stories would be a little bit too long. Like, I don't really want to, like, fit them in necessarily. So I'm going to skip that. But, I mean, I definitely can relate to this energy. Like, sometimes you meet people and the reason it's like, you know, it quickly burns out, or it's just kind of like chaos from the beginning, is to inform you that this is just a blip, right? This is meant to connect you to something else. Well, here's one. I talked about this before. Like, I met this person, this guy, and I mean, just like from the get-go, I was very iffy on him. Like, not really my type, right? Not just, the vibe was off. But when I had a conversation with him, the thing, you know, the topics and stuff that we discussed and talked about were like a little surprising to me. Like, I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe I'm being judgy, right? No, I don't, I don't think I was being judgy. But the point is, this person was a lunatic. However, I got to meet his mom. Okay, which was weird in itself. But the whole point, I feel, in retrospect, of meeting this person who was not my type, was not into him, I could go on and on about how wrong this was, and I just never really liked him at all. But I got to meet his mom, who I have always felt was the whole purpose of, well, maybe not the whole purpose, but the ultimate main purpose of that connection, because she made me see, she is a tarot reader. She's an astrologist and a tarot reader. And that was a turning point for me, because I realized all the different ways that other people were out here using their gifts and working within the spiritual community. It was one of several different instances that showed up on my path right around the same time. Another one was my friend sending me a video of a tarot reading from YouTube. And before that, I had no idea that people were on YouTube doing tarot readings, okay? I didn't really use YouTube that much. I didn't really watch YouTube. I'm very old school. I'm very, not technologically inclined. I'm kind of against it in so many ways, actually. But yeah, I had no idea that people were on YouTube doing tarot. And then just one day my friend sent me a reading, and I was like, oh my God, this is happening. People are doing this. Why didn't I think of this? Or why didn't I even know about this, right? So anyway, those are just a couple examples. I don't know if I explained them well or not, but the point is that sometimes that's it, and sometimes it's you have to kind of look at the warning signs, focus, shifting your focus to the warning signs, to all the things that told you leading up, that tried to warn you that this is not it, right? This was something I wish I had something more concrete. I feel for most of you, this is kind of what I was talking about with the guy. I feel it was probably a person, but it could be a job, right? Some kind of job you got involved in that you knew from the get-go, right? You met this one person and they were super douchey, and you were I don't know if I'm gonna fit in here, right? And then you work there for a week and you've noticed all these other things that bother you, maybe they don't really let you order food, and you have to you have to eat at your desk. I don't know, these are just random things that are popping into my mind, right? So you noticed the signs, but because you worked at this job, right? Because you're at this job, maybe you connected with somebody who does different kind of work, right? Maybe you met a client who, I don't know, has a marketing company, and you really connected with this person. Follow those inklings. Follow the inklings. It's you have to, this octopus, the grip here is really standing out to me on this cup. It's like you have to grab it, right? Grab the things that are standing out to you. And I do feel like they're standing out to you. I'm feeling like this spotlight energy. Like it's clear as day. It's clear as day. But I just feel like it's like a battle of your, like, your mind and your emotions, maybe, that's getting you caught up. It's tripping you up. Like you're focusing on things that are inconsequential. The whole point is like this divine intervention, this spiritual intervention to put you on a path, to show you what you need to see for whatever reason, okay? And I don't know what we're talking about here. For some of you, I mean, if this is a child, okay? If this whole thing here is about a child and you're bringing a child into the world, well, then I think that's what we're talking about. And I mean, I can I can speak to that as someone who, like, as a little girl, people, you know, my friends, my girlfriends, everyone, you know, for the most part, wanted to be a mom and they wanted to be married and they wanted this, you know, princess life, whatever. And I like never wanted that. And when people would ask me if I wanted to be a mom, I would usually say no. But like on occasion, I would be like, well, I mean, maybe, like I could see myself having a daughter, but like not with a man, like like not in a marriage. Like that doesn't sound good. Like, but I could see myself being just a mom, like on my own. Well, well, guys, it's almost like I'm intuitive or something, because that is exactly the life I chose for myself. And I do feel, for the most part, like my daughter's father was inconsequential. He could have been anybody. He could have been anybody. However, he happened to be him, and it makes sense because he's a fucking, you know, fake ass narcissist who made me believe that he was the type of person who would make a good father. So it's like a trick from the universe, right? And then I can look back, and this is long-winded, but you're the air signs, so I assume that you can hang and listen to my dumb stories, okay? But I can look back, right, at all the opportunities I had to sever ties with him, right? I really feel that the only point he played was to sort of like trick me, not in a malicious way, because this is what I chose. I chose to have this, you know, the baby. I chose to go through with the pregnancy. I chose it. So I'm not saying it's like a malicious trick, but kind of. Anyway, I can look at all the opportunities I had to sever ties, to get away from this guy, right? And I mean, I'm not necessarily saying I would change anything, but I had opportunities to change things. I had opportunities to, you know, move across the country with somebody else. It probably would have been, you know, it would have been better than being with my kid's dad, right? It would have been healthier, but it wasn't what I wanted, you know? So all along the way, I chose to keep in control. I chose to remain in control of the situation the way I felt was best. Now, was I incorrect? Probably. But here we are, right? So in your future, guys, I honestly don't know what's going on. I don't. We have the Tower twice with the Emperor and the Page of Swords. And maybe that's what this is. Because maybe that's what this is. It's realizing that in the upheaval, you maintain control. You have the upper hand. Like, I do feel like whatever is going on, whatever happened, made you feel like a victim. It made you feel like out of control, off your game, duped, if you will. But I think the realization in the future is ultimately that you have the control. You have the upper hand. You have information that not everyone has. And let me get one more card for this, because I am struggling, but I think that's what it is, guys. Nine of Swords. One more. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, exactly. King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Nine of Swords, Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, that's basically what I just said. It's like you realize that you control the chaos, that you remain separate from the chaos even. I don't know how else to put it other than this, but perhaps the entire lesson here is learning how to process things that you can't process. Like I was saying, things that just make no goddamn sense, right? Like they're outside of your moral, intellectual understanding of how people should conduct themselves in the world. The reason you don't understand it is because this person has compromised morals, compromised belief systems, and in order to understand it, you have to adopt that. Is this making sense? And why would you want to do that? Why would you want to do that? Right? And that's what I think you're understanding here. Is that you can keep yourself separate. You can be prepared next time there's upheaval. Like this is like building up your ability to discern situations. I feel like I feel like I'm not doing this justice in terms of explaining it, but it's like when life throws you things like this situation has prepared you for it in the future. It's like a feeling of like being ready for anything, right? It's a feeling of like, oh, the house is on fire. Well, I've done this before. I can put it out, right? Like, oh, well, I have all the tools I need to deal with that. So hold on, get out of my way. Let me take care of it, right? That's the sense I'm getting here. Like this, like unfuckwithable energy in the future. And I mean, not to mention, like what I said before stands, like this is, it's putting you on the path. I don't know, I can't tell you. You're going to have to like think hard about your own signs, your own synchronicities, your own emotions, your own like, you know, moments of clarity and figure it out. But it's putting you on the trajectory of where you need to be. And for some of you, this is a spiritual trajectory. Right? It's like you're meant to do something bigger. You're meant to do something important. You have the Emperor out, okay? So it's pushing you toward that. Let's get you an oracle. Yeah, King of Wands, King of Pentacles. Could very well be something entrepreneurial. It could very well be have something to do with work. Maybe it all is, like I said. I hate to focus on love, but I mean, with the Three of Swords and the Three of Cups, it feels like it involves like people and heartache. But it doesn't have to. I mean, some people are very, very invested in their careers, and I mean, I know people like that. Don't necessarily care about relationships or whatever, but would be very upset if they lost their job or, you know, got betrayed by a coworker or their boss. It just depends on what's important to you in your life. All right. Can I get one for the air signs, please? One card of guidance, clarity, what have you. Whatever you would like to provide for them to wrap up this reading. One card for the air signs. Thank you. Ooh. Number 6, creation at the bottom of the deck. I definitely feel like some of you are creating a person. It says, through the darkness I crossed, and still I found myself in the presence of life. But I'm going to redo this one because it popped out. It's called Surrender, number 41. There's nothing more blissful than the act of letting go, of setting yourself free of all that doesn't serve you. Yes. Setting yourself free of something that doesn't serve you is exactly where I feel like a lot of you are. It's just like, you don't need to be bogged down with this. It's not actually, it's like, it's not the point. It's like focusing on part of a movie, or, you know, a hole in the plot of the movie. It's like, it's not the point. It's not the point. Like, yes, there's a mistake, there's an error, like this was fucked up, whatever, but that's not the point. It's like the big picture is the point. I don't know, I'm trying to think of different ways to explain. It is time to let go of the past, dear one. You are missing out on the blessings that are waiting to enter your life by holding on to old wounds, traumas, and hardships. Whoops. What did I say, though? What did I say? Which has prevented you from finding the beauty in the struggle and the lessons learned. While you cannot change the past, you can let it go and decide what your future will be. Regret will only hold you a prisoner, and dwelling on past mistakes will blind you to the truth of how beautiful you are. Know that your current situation cannot be resolved until you allow yourself to heal something from your past. Surrender has come to you to facilitate the healing that is long overdue. Any mistakes you've made are practice runs, yes, that have prepared you for success. Any hurts you have experienced have strengthened you and slowly molded you into a diamond of worth. You can move forward knowing your past has given you the knowledge to be better prepared the next time around. Do not think your past makes you unworthy. Instead, know that you are deserving precisely because of all you have faced. If that's not almost exactly what I said, then I don't know. All right. I hope that helped you guys, whoever it's meant for, okay? And I love it, actually. I love it. I'm glad we did this. I will see you next time.